caught me about Target was the interview. I show up for the interview, and the first thing I notice is that there is no diversity in this store. And to add, this is not even a store that I applied at. They called me because they need help. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the first thing I recognize right off the bat. It is not a diverse store. And I'm like, already got me feeling uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere I've ever worked has always been diverse. Always. Warehouse, retail, construction, diverse. This place has been the only place that I've ever worked that has not been diverse. I mean, like, it was crazy. Like, there was some Mexicans, but when I say diverse, there were no niggas in there. Let me just be raw. There was no niggas in there. There was only one other female in there. I was the only black male in there. One black female, one black male, and that was me. Struck me as odd. Red flag. Off top. That's cool. I need the job. I want the job. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep observing. Got the job. I get in. You know what I'm saying? Within my first week starting, I had so many employees coming up to me telling me everything that was going on in the store. It was like these people were waiting for them to hire somebody so they could give this game to. I mean, people left and right. I go into the break room, take a break, and people coming up to me during break. Hey, you got a minute? I need to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with HR and your ETL? What's going on with so and so? You know what I mean? Like, whoa, wait, what? I don't even look. I just started. I don't even know. So within my first week, I already had so many leads. I just needed to observe this with my own two eyes. I already know what to look for now. The people are already talking. The people are already talking, y'all. It was like this stuff was given to me on a silver platter. It was like I didn't even have to work for it. It was coming to me. I had to work for none of it. All I had to do was just confirm it with my own two eyes. That was it. So first week, got all these people giving me the game, giving me information. And I'm like, all right, I got to keep things on the low. I can't say nothing. I just started. You know what I'm saying? I need to see what's up, how the game go, camera systems. You know what I'm saying? And I took that game with it and ran. You know what I'm saying? And then I was picking up things on my own. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that don't look right. You know what I'm saying? I'm questioning other people's, relationships. I'm like, hold on, wait. Who's this? Who's that? Like, why they hold hands on the clock? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it was crazy. It was a whole different world when I got to Target. But you know what I'm saying? I kept my mouth closed because, like I said, it wasn't no niggas in there. So I know for a fact that they watching my black ass. I know that for sure. You feel what I'm saying? And I know that for the time being, I got to play everything by the book because I know they waiting to catch me slipping. You know what I'm saying? I know they waiting to catch me slipping. You know what I mean? Like as nice as they were when I first got there, I just feel like it was because they needed an AP because they didn't have no bodies at that store. They had one TSS, one ETL. That was it. You know what I'm saying? And the ETL, she was so worried about all her stuff. They really weren't getting no bodies. Um, so I feel like they was just being nice because they really, needed somebody to be there until they got the ball rolling. It was under new management or, whatever the case may be. And then they had other APs coming from their store to that store to help out, you know what I mean, with, getting apprehensions or deterring, whatever the case may be. And so going forward, I just knew. I was like, if the people already talking, I got this in the bag. It's just all a matter of time. You know what I mean? It's just all a matter of time. So I'm getting all this game on top of, discovering the new stuff. I'm witnessing myself. And a lot of the stuff that people were telling me, I was able to confirm with my own two eyes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a witness to a lot of stuff that went down inside that place. Hence, like, that's why a lot of the people that worked there when I was there don't work there no more. Don't work there no more. Everybody gone. Everybody done scattered like roaches. There's one person in that whole, well, there's two that I seen. Two people out of that whole stove that know who I am and know how I get down and know they don't want the smoke and know they don't want the smoke. Y'all heard, look, y'all heard her. They ain't even want to call the police, but I forced their hand to do so. They don't think that I'm gonna act up, but they know me all too well. They know I will act up. They do, but the people that don't know me like that. That's why I told old boy, like, hey, you need to go ahead and holler at Sarah because she gonna put you on game on who I am and how this shit gonna go. You feel me? Like, you ain't gonna come over here with these keys, nigga, and think you about to tell me what's up. Let me fill you in on what's going on. You feel me? Like, hey, I got stories for days, y'all. And I ain't saying nothing to defame nobody. You know what I'm saying? They can try to hit me with a lawsuit, but this is my personal experience, and I'm not lying. I'm not lying. See, it'd be different if I got on this camera and lied to y'all, but I ain't lying. Everything that I tell y'all that happened, happened. Whether they try to come at me legally or not, because you know, in the legal system, this is their game. I was never gonna win that. I was never going to win that. I never went into that thinking, oh, I'm going to win this. No, like when I first got the vision to do this, there was no legal justice at the end of it. I knew I was going to lose that. See, the whole point of me doing this was to test all systems, to rattle all systems, retail, the legal system, the EEOC. I'm testing everybody's integrity. You feel me? I'm pressing every law, everything that y'all say y'all stand on. You feel what I'm saying? Because I stand on shit too. So we going to see about it. Because I ain't got nothing else to lose at this point. Period. They messing with somebody who was raised into it, groomed by it. You feel what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go. The gloves are off. You feel me? So I went in there. I got the game. I observed with my own two eyes. I was able to confirm a lot of what people told me, which I will tell y'all in further video. You know what I'm saying? But the spark that set it off was that whole incident when I got fired. You feel me? And this time, when I came back as APS for Target, this time it was about internal work. Like I told y'all, before you can have an impact, if you really want to have an impact, you want to be effective, you got to start internally. And that is just in general in life, even with yourself. If you want to create change, you want to do something in life, it starts with you inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to start internally. I don't care what you're doing, who you are, where you at. Like, and that's what this was about, internal work. Because to tell you the truth, I got bored being number one after so long. Like, it's fun. Don't get it twisted. It's cool, but it ain't all what it's made out to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to get the perks and be the one that they call for you to go to other stores and, help them out and train other people, and all that's cool, but it get boring when you ain't got no competition. You feel me? After the last two APs left and they passed the torch to me, I was the last man standing. Wasn't nobody else touching my numbers. Wasn't nobody else really messing with me. You feel me? It got boring because when Rome and Shay was in the game, you know what I'm saying? It was about something. It was all about competitiveness, you know what I'm saying? Competing. When them two niggas left, man, please. I had no more competition. I had no more competition. So it got boring. And I got bored. Cause I knew I could catch ORC groups. I knew I could do that. Even if they evaded the apprehension, I got that good. Like, I know how to catch you niggas. And I'm in the streets off the clock. So like somebody gonna tell me something and I'm gonna catch you anyway. You feel me? Like, and then it got boring training people that I know that wasn't gonna really do this job with integrity. That was just there just for the females, or just there, just to see, to get the inside scoop on how we do our job, because they were really thieves. You know what I mean? Like, it just got boring, and so I needed something else that would keep that fire. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I had to ask myself, what is something else that I see inside this building that needs to be attacked? And I thought, the workplace. Immediately, I thought back to when I was a cart pusher, unloader, overnight stalker for a week. What? Oh yeah, the workplace. And I said, I'm done. I'm checked out of this AP shit. You feel me? But before I go, I'm gonna fuck some shit up on the way out the door. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I made my mind up that day. Yep, I'm done with AP, but before I go, I'm gonna fuck some shit up on the way out the door. Systemically, however y'all want to put it, or however y'all want to pronounce it. You feel me? Um, but it was time. It was time. Somebody had to do it. I'm looking around all these years. I'm looking around at that point in time, like, is anybody gonna do something about this? No? Okay, nobody? I'll do it. I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? What they say? You want something do If you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. Period. So I did what had to be done. So I had to go in Target and make some noise. Now, before I get out of here, I will say that I had to make it look good too. And I made it look damn good. Went in there and created a whole diversion. Well, how did you do that? I did it by becoming number one in such little time. You know what I'm saying? That was like one of my tactics going into this, to blind them, was to create a diversion. And I was like, okay, I need to go in here and prove to them who I say I am, right? If I tell them I come from Walmart and I'm number one in the region, division, you know what I'm saying? Market, all that. I gotta show up and show out. I gotta put my money where my mouth is. You feel me? So went in there, did that, and once they caught on, they was like, "Oh damn, this nigga really good. He really is that nigga." Bet they was like, "All right, we ain't gotta worry about him." But what they didn't know, I was in there doing some internal investigation. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I was really doing, and it was just great from the get go. That first week, just being in AP, that these people were so comfortable, or just so willing to come up to me and give me so much game. I'm talking about, these people couldn't wait to tell somebody. These people couldn't wait to tell somebody. But you could tell, like, I could tell that they couldn't trust the leaders that were already in the building. Like, they've been holding this, keeping it in, keeping it in. You know what I mean? All this time. They can't trust nobody with this information. That's how bad it is, y'all. And so, like I said, all I had to do was just confirm with my own two eyes. You feel me? So that's what it is. One of my tactics, create the diversion. So that way they ain't really looking at me. You know what I mean? Like I don't need them figuring out what I'm doing behind the scenes. You know what I mean? I can't bookmark the videos that I'm looking at because my ETL gonna go back. She gonna review those bookmarks and see, oh, he ain't really here to catch shoplifters. He here on some other business. Oh, she would have caught on a long time ago. Yeah. So I couldn't burn no video. But I could have did I could like and the phone that I did have, that got stolen. You know what I mean? Whatever. It is what it is, y'all. But just understand the game before I get out of here. There will be a lot of videos going forward that will not pertain to being AP as far as like catching shoplifters, how to catch shoplifters, how to observe people. Like this is raw and unscripted for a reason. I'm telling my story and I'm giving the game on how to be um, a great AP. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm only gonna say this once. If you do not like the content, tap out. Tap out. You know what I mean? You do not like my reactions, tap out. You know what I mean? You can keep leaving the comments. I don't care. The algorithm loves it. Like I come from a time, understand this people. I come from a time where you could not get monetized for being talked about. You could not make money off of a motherfucker talking about you. Now you can make money off of somebody hating on you. So please continue. But all I'm saying is this: I just find it funny that people will go on other people's channel. Even some of the podcasters and YouTubers I watch, I will read the comments, and people will be in their comment box downing them, downing their content. Will watch the whole 2 hours just for them to leave a negative comment. I'll be like, yo, never mind those comments because you don't know where that comment came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get so worked up over these comments. You gotta think. This is how I think of a bad comment. I'm like, damn, that comment could have came from one of these fucking fentanyl smokers that live underneath one of these fucking bridges. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. If it make you feel good to put that negative comment, hey, do so. You know what I'm saying? I'm an eagle, nigga. Like, eagles don't flock. We ain't worried about these crows. You know what I'm saying? We is not worried about these crows. You know, we know what we do. Y'all have y'all ever seen what an eagle does to another bird? Dang, I don't know if I could show this, but I ain't even gonna show it. But it ain't pretty. I will tell you that it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. But anyway, all my EPAs out there, happy hunting. Shout out to the family. Thank y'all for tapping in. It's your boy Eagle I Miller. Till next time, raw and unscripted.